Hi there, and welcome at your guitar workshop. My name is André, and today we're going to be doing a song from Metallica called Battery. This song is part of the Metallica special that I'm doing this June in 2014. You can still put in your requests for other songs, but it's not only just about Metallica songs. It's you can ask for licks, riffs, intros, outros, bridge, whatever, maybe some acoustic part that you really like. Anything goes. Just when it's about a certain riff or a lick or a piece of solo, please put in your request a link to a video and a time frame so I know exactly what to look for in that video. Otherwise, it's going to become very hard for me to understand what it is exactly that you want or need. So that was a quick note. Let's get on with the tutorial. So grab your electric guitar or acoustic guitar because the intro has some acoustics in it. And let's get started on the first riffs. Right, before I start with the tutorial, wanted to tell you that I wanted to do this tutorial on the acoustic guitar. I had already recorded the tutorial actually on the acoustic guitar, but I forgot to record my voice. And when I found out, I already switched to the electric guitar, and otherwise I have to do my whole setup again. So I'm going to do the acoustic parts also on the electric guitar. So sorry for that, but I'm sure it'll work. It'll work just fine. So let's start with the chords. The chords you play in the intro are E5, F major 7, F sharp minor 7, and G5. To start, you play the following thing. And what you do, you have that E5, but you also add your middle finger on the third position of that D string. And then you play this chord as an arpeggio. So it's more or less like a mini sweep. So you keep pressure on the strings, and you just push your flat pick down. And then I play that D string without the middle finger with an upstroke. So like this. After that, you get that same arpeggio downwards, with that downwards push of their flat pick on the F major 7. The same thing with the F sharp minor 7. And then you play open D string with an upstroke. At least I play it with an upstroke. And then you get that G5, and you also play that arpeggio, so with that sort of mini sweep downwards. So let's try that very slowly. 3, 4. 3, 4. Once more. 3, 4. All right, after that, you get the melodies. And the melody is actually played by 3 guitars. So you got the rhythm guitar playing on, continuing those chords. And then there are 3 guitars, but they don't all start at the same point. So the first one is the lower part of the melody, the lower voice. And you play the following thing. So you start with index finger on 4th position of the G string, then middle finger, 5th position of that G string, to little finger, 7th position on the D string. Then you play that once more. Then you play it once more to middle finger, 5th position of the D string, and then middle finger, 5th position of the G string, to index finger, 4th position of the G string. Now, even though it seems like you're playing 3 times exactly the same, well, that is for the fingering and the positions, but the rhythm is slightly different. So let's just try to play together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, after that, you play this lick once more, only then there is a small variation. So it starts the same. So you start with 3, 4, 1. And now you play the index finger on 4th position once more. Make a hammer on with your middle finger on 5th position of that G string and make a pull off. So like this. And then to little finger on 7th position of that D string. So like this. 3, 4, 1. And the rest is just the same. So together, 3, 4, 1. All right, then you get the next lick, and that is pretty much the same one, or it's actually exactly the same when it comes to the rhythm, but it's only different in terms of which strings and which positions. So what do you play there? I'll play it for you first, and then we'll get into it. So 3, 4, 1. So what do you play? Start off with index finger on 3rd position of the B string, followed by ring finger, 5th position of that B string, to middle finger, 5th position of the G string, like this. And you play that 2 times more. Then index finger, 4th position of the G string, to ring finger, 5th position of the B string, to index finger, 3rd position of the B string. So together, 3, 4, 1. Now, like with the first lick, also here you have that same variation, so that hammer-on pull-up thing that you put in between. So that lick goes like this. That variation goes like this. And you start the same as you would normally. So index finger, 3rd position of that B string, to 5th position ring finger of that B string, to middle finger, 5th position of that G string. Then you play index finger, 3rd position on that G string again. Then you play it once more. Then you get a hammer on with your ring finger in 5th position of that G string, pull off, and then middle finger, 5th position of that G string. So like this. And you end it the way you would normally end it. So together, that variation, 3, 4, 1. Now you get the third voice, or the high voice. And that's played like this. What do? You start off with your index finger in 8th position of the B string. Then you play ring finger, 10th position of that B string. To middle finger, 9th position on the G string. So like this. Then you play it once more. Then once more. To index finger, 7th position of the G string. Then you play 10th position of the B string again with your ring finger, to 8th position on that B string with your index finger. Like this. 3, 4, 1. All right. Now, of course, here you also have that variation. And the variation is exactly the same as what you play with the previous one. So I'm going to go through this one a bit shortly. You play that index finger in 8th position of the B string. Then you play it once more. Make a hammer with your ring finger on 10th position of that B string. Make a pull off. And then middle finger, 9th position of that G string. So like this. 3, 4, 1. And then you finish it the way you would normally do. Let's try it together. 3, 4, 1. And that's it, pretty much. Right, before I move on to the rhythm part, I need to say that all those first notes of those melodies are played with a rake. So they're preceded by a rake. And a rake is a technique where you scrape the strings that are above the note you play. The strings that you're sort of scraping, like this, those are muted, of course. Otherwise, it's going to sound really messy. So what I do is I palm mute them and I do left hand muting. So you play... That's a rake. Okay, so now let's move on to the rhythm guitar. In this case, I'm going to do only the rhythm guitar because the lead guitar, where the lead melodies are played, those melodies are played exactly the same as on the melodies of the acoustic guitar. So the only thing you'd have to do is play those melodies with a distortion on an electric guitar and you're all set. The rhythm parts, however, are a bit different and they're played like this. You start off with that E5, you play it open, and then it's followed by by 2 bass notes, like this. Then you play that F major 7 and you play it open. Then you play F sharp minor 7 open, followed by 2 muted bass notes, and then the G5 open. Like this, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. And then at the end, just before you go to the verse, you play the following thing. So that's an E power chord, B power chord, G power chord, and then it's B7 with D sharp in the bass. And you just play them consecutively like this. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Check yourguitarworkshop.com for more information. Also, this song was a part of the Metallica special of this month, month of June 2014. And you can still put in your requests. So if you would like to do a certain song of Metallica, a certain lick, riff, intro, outro, solo, whatever, just put it as a comment to on this video, put it as a comment on my Facebook page, tweet it to me on Twitter. Just make sure that when it's about a lick or a specific riff or a certain solo, that you have the name of the song, but also at which time in the video that it's being played, because otherwise I'm searching for a needle in a haystack, and I don't have time for that. So be clear, be specific, and I'll see what I can do. When it's about all the licks and the riffs, perhaps I'm going to do a bunch of them in a single video. If some need more attention, then I'll put a video specifically for that one lick or riff. Other than that, keep practicing, keep playing, and I hope to see you again sometime.